my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you guys here. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, and if you are a new subscriber and you are new here, welcome. My name is Amanda Nomngam. And wow, 2020, what a year. But guess what? We have conquered. I know it's been a difficult year. We have lost loved ones. It's been full of uncertainty. A lot has just been happening, and there's just been a whole lot of change. But I just want to say thank God we are here. Thank God that we have conquered and we have crossed over to 2021, and I hope you guys had a beautiful crossover to the new year. And now we are in the new year, and it's important that we act right and we do what is right so that we get the results and we are able to implement what we want, and so that we can become the best version of ourselves. So happy 2021. So I am very excited to be sharing with you about creating a vision board that will effectively work for you. Also, the importance of creating a vision board, and what is it that you shouldn't miss when you are creating a vision board that you want results from. Because it's easy to create a vision board by cut and paste, but you need to be very intentional about creating a vision board. It's something that I've been doing for the past few years, and it's been working for me really. And I'm just going to share with you some of my secrets that help me to have a best vision board, and at the end of the day I'm able to achieve my goals and see results in it. So when we're talking about a vision board is a collage, a board where you are able to see a representation of your goals, your aspirations, what you look forward into achieving. And this is very important, because if we fail to plan, then we plan to, if we fail to plan, then we plan to fail. So in order for us to avoid being in situations and positions where we don't want to be, then we need to do the work so that we could see results. But results cannot come without the work. And so there are certain systems that we need to implement, certain systems that we need to introduce in order for us to be able to see the results. So with the vision board, it's one of the tools, one of the systems that we use to be able to execute and become the best versions of ourselves. So when we're talking about a vision board, it's something that a lot of people know about, but some kind of get it wrong, or they're not able to find results from it. And I think it's very important, number one, that you are intentional about your vision board. So now, before you get to the cutting and the pasting and all of that, you need to be very intentional about what is it that you want to achieve in that year. Remember, goals are what we are able to achieve, and if you achieve that, then what? So it's also important that we know that we have goals that are long-term and short-term goals as well. So with a vision board, you need to be intentional about it, as I was saying. But number one, you need to journal first. You need to sit down, reflect on what happened in the past year or in the previous year. What is it that you're not happy about? Where did you get it wrong? Where were you not serious? Where is it that you need to adjust? And what change do you want to see? And the moment you introduce that, the moment you sit down, and it kind of takes some time. It does take time for you to really reflect on the year and on the mistakes, on the victories, on all that you went through in that year, in order for you to be able to note things down so that you can have a proper vision board, or a proper goal plan. So you need to, number one, you need to journal, reflect on the year, and journal where you want to adjust and where you want to change. Number two, you need to now start visualizing. You need to, first of all, you need to group your of your different goals, and you could do like a five year thingy, and also do a year thing, a monthly, a daily, a weekly, but now okay, let's focus on the year one. So you're gonna put on your goals. It could be relationships with your colleagues, at home, and whatsoever. It could also be your finances, your health, your academics, your workplace, how can you serve, so like different things, because we are different people and we want to achieve different things. So now you just need to make sure that what are the aspects, what are the areas that are going to build up into creating the goals, into creating the goals that you want, that you'll be able to achieve at the end of the day. And number three, you need to visualize it. And when you visualize it, then now that's when you can start looking for pictures and cut everything down and put it in that board. So I personally prefer the the physical vision board, because I don't know, I might be a bit old school with digital. That's when I could write my notes, but even still I want to write it down in a journal, and I also want to cut, and I want to be able to fill my vision board and place it up there and see it, and it will also just bring so much motivation, and it will drive me to do more. And so also that is very important. And then another thing is that you need to be very realistic with the goals that you are setting. It's very good and beautiful to to have a whole lot of faith. It's good to dream big, but you need to be very realistic, and that's where you introduce a system. So for example, you might be saying you want to improve, you want to go back to school, go back to school, do your academics, for your academics, or for want to get a promotion at work, or you want to open a new business. You need to make sure that there's a system in place. And the system in place, it's when it's a routine that is set to bring the results. So with school, that if you want to go get that degree, you need to register, there must be money, and now you can enroll for the course. If you want to start that business, then you need to have your idea in place. You need to know what is it that you want to definitely save, and then you can register your company and start operating and have your marketing in place. If I want to what did I say the other thing was? Basically my point is that you need to put on a system. There must be a system in what you do. So a system helps you to operate, it helps you to work. What is it that you need to do in order for you to get there. So I think that is what I wanted to share. And also have your vision board where you can see it every day in the morning. And also another thing, your vision board doesn't have to be completely full where there's no space for anything. So you can leave some space, like empty spaces, and basically that means that anything can come up in the year. So sometimes there are things that we can plan, and there are things that are unknown and that we cannot plan, and God blesses you with them. And it could be answered prayers. It could be answered prayers that you prayed years ago, some time ago, and God decides to say, here it is, or the time is now. So don't also be scared to leave empty spaces or spaces, and that's those spaces will be represented by the new things that you don't know will happen. So I always have a whole lot of that where I'm like, oh, I didn't know this was going to happen, or maybe an opportunity or something that I actually prayed about it long time ago, and it gets answered at that moment. So you need to leave room for newness. You need to leave room for growth, because you don't know everything. You cannot plan your whole life. Remember, there is God above you, and He's the one that created you, and He knows the plans that He has for you. And therefore you can do so much, but you can do so little, but He can do so much. And so and also very important, God is the center of everything. You do not just plan and leave everything there. You pray, you ask God to be the center of everything. You surrender your plans to the Almighty God. You just pray and you ask God to really give you discernment, to give you direction, and to give you wisdom as well. So with the closing scripture in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2, it does say that. That's what was said to Habakkuk, that write it down, write your vision down and make it plain. So it's also confirming with us in the scriptures in the book that we need to write it down. And I love writing, I love planning, and it works for me. And so I wish you all the best with 2021, and may you tap into greater heights. May the vision board work for you. May you have so much great insight about vision. And when we talk about vision as well, is that you need to see it. You need to arrive there with your mindset, with the goal that you have, with the thing that you want to implement or execute. And also a vision board it's something that's very personal, by the way. It's not something that you show off to everyone anyhow and you're like, okay, look at my vision board, this is what I want to do, because this is your plan, this is your life plan, and this is what you want to achieve. I don't think it's very necessary to be showing off your vision board, but I'm gonna show you mine. I've created already, and yeah, this is how it looks like. I also have codes, and yeah, as long as you plan. But remember, if it's going to be a great day, it does not mean that there won't be disappointments, or there's always going to be ups and downs in life. It's just how do you handle it. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and have yourself a lovely productive week.